Hi, Jolene Gabrielle here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really honored and privileged to be here. And I just wanted to come on briefly, it's been a minute, to let you know that next year I'm going to be running through the amazing power of deliberate creation. I'm going to be working through it at 5 chapters. The first one, I don't know what the rest are. However, why am I doing this? Because I am a channel of light and blessings, and my job on this earth is to help humanity with their strong emotions. My nose is itchy. To move out of darkness, that anger, that fear, that frustration, that inability to be effective in your life, and move you into the light. You know, the joy, the bliss, the understanding of the game, so that we can move forward in a way that uplifts and moves humanity into unspeakable beauty. So today I'm here because I just want to lay on the table some of the ways in which we can feel better and take ownership and responsibility and move ourselves into another, let's say, higher vibration. And one of the things, of course, is to get out of denial, is to really take the time to recognize your behavior when you are around groups or certain people. Because you don't like someone, that doesn't mean you have to be rude and obnoxious. I have lipstick. I'm a hot mess today. Itchy nose, lipstick. But hey, it's life. You know, let's keep going. It's beautiful. Anyway, shining the light on how you are sabotaging yourself by saying, let's take it simple. For me, I am sabotaging, in a way, my forward progress around working out and the discipline that I need to get these muscles. I really want them. Now, I have challenges, of course. We've talked about these. I got bulging disc, all kind of stuff. But what does that mean? That just means I'm holding trauma in my body. And I have to recognize that and work to move it out. Now, of course, there's surgeries and there's medicines and stuff like that. But the ancients knew how to do some of this stuff without having to be cut on. So I believe that exists, and that once we as humanity or collective consciousness really begin to go within, we can start to uncover some of the stuff in the universe. Meaning that once we get out of our own way and we start to tap into the beauty and the magic that is within us, it begins to manifest in the world. Now, we want to focus outside and point the finger. Even me, I do it. However, the Spirit has guided me that no, that's not the opportunity for you to pile on to those that are suffering or being exposed. It's about you going within and saying, in what ways can I expose myself, my self-sabotaging behaviors, my negativity, so that I can shine the light on it and move towards spiritual and emotional joy and bliss. It's a process, but once you recognize and not wallow in it, for me, carbohydrates, sugar, too much, right? I have to own that. However, what I did to try to get to the root of it, because it's not about food, it's not about carbs. It is something inside of me that is feeling a certain way and hasn't been dealt with, some trauma. And so now I'm rebellious. So what I did was I had to sit down and I did an inner child journaling, meaning me, I said, what's going on with you? Why are you sabotaging me, inner child? Because you have abandoned me. You don't pay attention to me. See, this is a conversation that I had to go through and have with my inner child because I'm very rebellious. I'm very entitled around food. Now, it's a very simplistic example. I know we can move it up into self-deprecating, self-loathing. We don't want to get into the nefarious stuff. Let's just deal with us, the self-loathing, maybe the lack of motivation, the apathy, all of these things we can deal with if we say, look, I'm having a problem. I'm too apathetic. What can I do to improve it? Right? And that right there is enough for the Spirit to interfere. But it is definitely a daily practice. Every day, reminding yourself that you are better than your self-sabotaging behaviors, and reaching for that is what will lead you to unspeakable beauty. Now, part 2 of that is that, I know for me, I've studied a lot, I've learned, I've read so many books, but I will tell you from firsthand experience that the learning, the knowledge is in the journey. although we are wanting to gather so much information and meditate, we really have to move into that action. That action of what? Me, I went to the library, I got a book, we talked about that, but I also moved into holding myself accountable with other people and saying, hey, I have this issue here. Can you help me? Or I have this issue here, putting in checks and balances. We've heard this time and time again. Nevertheless, we have got to do the work on the inside when we're having issues on the outside, meaning we can't seem to reach our goals, or we put our discipline in order or what we want, but yet we lack that self accountability or motivation or discipline or whatever it is to really reach that goal. And I suffer from that. And that's what this YouTube channel is about, in a way, is breaking through some of those duality of the mind, the I know what I need to do, but why don't I do it? And moving into the unity of the heart and the love that you have for yourself to dig deep and move out some of that trauma, my trauma, entitlement, rebelliousness, really me calling it out and working on that, because I desire to be a channel of light and blessings. I am. And so what does that look like? That means I'm of service to humanity, and I do the work necessary to empower people, to teach them a skill set, a emotional skill set, to take their power back so we can take our power back. It's so important, or I believe we benefit by becoming completely in love with who we are and the spirit within. And I'm going to leave you with this anecdote, I guess, analogy, metaphor, whatever. You can correct me in the comments, but can you imagine if you were the creator, you were the divine, and you gave humanity all these blessings and gifts, especially you, me, you. And I'm over here going, I hate myself, I don't like myself, I'm ugly, this, that, and all this negative energy. And you're expecting God to sort of, or the divine, to help you. But think about it. Let's bring that down into 3D world. If you love someone unconditionally, like your child, and every time you brought them something, I don't like it, I don't want it, it's not for me, I'm too ugly, would you want to continue to bless that child? So when you think about putting yourself down, self-deprecating, remember who made you. Remember where you come from. And you are disparaging your origins. So how do you expect to continue to be blessed unless you celebrate who you are? So please, please celebrate who you are, love yourself, do the work, take the action to really put yourself first, because when you fill up your cup, you have enough for everyone else. So I just want to empower you to know that, and get your book ready for deliberate creation. And let's put some of this quantum mechanics, quantum physics to the test. If I sit in positivity and bliss, and my thoughts are supposed to become things, and the rules of the game is this, let's put it to the test. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Jolie Gabrielle, and I will see you later. Have a great weekend and happy holidays.